page, because for this I'm going to use the hot glue, and I think I'm going to cut it here, and that way I can put a, yeah, hold on, let's cut it first, put that in my scrap pile. So that will go there, and then I'm going to put the button on this side, so we have one on this side, one on this side, so it can go into two different types of pages. So let me just, and this you don't really just have to measure. I'm just going to put a little bead of glue down, put this right on top, burn my fingertips just a tad bit. Okay, and we have glue strings everywhere. All right, now the fun part is to choose a button. I love these. You know what? Close the top because I'll just confuse myself. So I'm just going to put a bead of glue right there and put that right on top. And that one I did tie a little bit of a string. I'm wondering, should I do that for this one too? You know what? Why not, right? Why not? Oops. And I had my TV paused and it just came unpaused. Sorry about that. And this is always tricky. And I could use a fork, but I don't want to run all the way downstairs right now. I'm into this, so I want to just keep going. So I'll just tie it the old-fashioned way. All right, perfect. And I'm going to cut it down a little bit more after I put it on, but just for now, let's get that right on there. Oh, don't want to glue my finger to it. All right, and I think I'll just cut it like this and like that. All right, so we have our two little bag tucks, and what I'll do when I glue it down, I'm only going to glue two sides. That way we can have something in the pocket here, and we can also tuck behind. So now we have everything set to go. We have these, and these. So now time to pick the placement for it. So the first one I always like to do is behind, oh my gosh, there's so much hot glue all over me. Behind the first page, and I like to, I'm trying to think, I either want to do this one, and I hope I'm in frame. I keep saying that, but I don't want to redo this video. Actually, I can't redo this video because I'll be finished. So I want to do this, which I really like. Or, let's see, we could do this, which I think I want this one. This one here. Yep, that's what I want. Okay, so I'm going to run a bead of glue this way, and for this I will use the Aleene's. And I say a bead of glue, but you know me, I do like a whole half a bottle of glue. Okay, and that will put right down like that. Hold it for a couple seconds. And also, I mean, I may go back through and put some ribbons and trims on these pockets, but for now, it's going to be just plain. All right, so we look for the next little spot that's open, which is going to be this one. And I think we should do a tuck. Let's do a tuck on this one. And I'm just going to do it just like so. And these are the kinds of tucks that it's nice to, can you see me? Oh yeah, okay. To do a little collaging of some of that leftover ends of ribbons that I cut, and then put a button right on top of it. So I might do that for this one. But again, let's just put the pocket down for now. and those can be all decided after. Okay, so that will go right on there, and hold that down for just a second. And I think the next one we will do one of the little bags. Okay, and the next one is going to be this one here, and we will do this here. Yep. And again, glue only two sides, this side and this side. All right, so put that down and hold it for just a second. Actually, funny story I should tell you. Sometimes when I make these pockets here, I don't like to use the vintage book pages because they're very fragile, and I feel like I don't want to accidentally rip one up and waste one. So I had gone to the dollar store, or the Dollar Tree, and just bought one of their I looked for the thickest book and bought it. And I figured I can gut it and use all the pages in there to do pockets. That way I can do as many pockets as I want, and, you know, if it messes up, no big deal, because number one, it wasn't a vintage book page, but number two, the whole book was $1. So, as I've been making these pockets for other journals, I didn't realize the book that I picked, but I mean, there's a lot of, well, both bad words and words that really shouldn't be associated with my journals on here. So now when I rip some pages out and I glue it all together, I always have to read and see what's on here before I end up using it in my book, because I saw like the F word a couple times. There's other 4-letter words. There's you know, words that are not nice to say about people words, and so very interesting. So if you buy a book to do these pages with, maybe buy a kid's book, or not kids, but like a teen book or something, so it doesn't have all this crazy words in it. But yeah, I thought that was kind of funny, because I was making a pocket one day and I was almost about to glue it in, and then you know how I turn it over and I'm gluing this and I turn it back, and I think like right on the top there was the F word. I was like, oh boy, yeah, that's not going into one of my journals. Maybe a personal journal, because I probably wouldn't care, but if somebody else is going to be owning this journal, I don't think that they would appreciate that too much. Alright, so now a little corner. And I'm just thinking, I don't think that I have enough little tucks and pockets. So I may have to stop and make some. But in the meantime, let's just keep going, because this is coming together rather nicely. And I don't want to stop because I'm on a roll. And sometimes when I do these pockets, you can take the pages out just to, oops, lie them flatter, because once the embellishments, especially with buttons and stuff, they kind of pop up the page, and you want to make sure that when you're gluing something down, it's not glued down crooked or, you know, anything like that. So that's fine too. Alright, so now we're at the middle, and what I realized after I glued this piece of lace on, originally I wanted to do this corner tuck here and this one here, but now I have lace here. So I might just leave this blank and then put this one on this side. And maybe we can do a little like a tip in or something. Yeah. So not all hope is lost, and like I said, you know, in junk journaling, there's really no mistakes. You just kind of go with the flow, improvise, and carry on, and that's what I'm doing. I didn't get all sad and depressed that, oh no, my idea is not going to work. I just said, you know what, whatever, we'll just do it a different way. Alright, so put this one here. Actually, I'm sure I have a little scrap of square fabric or something. We could definitely do one of Nazzie's tip-ins. So I think that's what I'll do. I just have to find some first. Alright, so this one, how about this little thing? This little cute one. This is such a teeny tiny pocket. Love it. So that means I'm going to have to make a teeny tiny tag to go inside the teeny tiny pocket. All right. Okay. All right, let's see. Now we have this one, which this will go here. And you know what? Because the lace is here, I'm not, what am I going to do with this one? Yeah, I will glue it down only on 2 sides. I was almost going to just glue it down on 3 sides, but no, you know what? 2 sides. Stay with the 2. Don't confuse it now. Okay, and hold that. Okay, next one is this one, and oh, again, you know what? But you know what? That's okay. That's okay. We'll put it like this, because the reason I think why I don't want to do it in the middle like I originally planned is because then it will kind of look lopsided, and I don't want a lopsided looking page. Which, I mean, would be perfectly fine, but I'm going to go with the tip-in, I think, instead. Or something clipped would be nice, too, right there. So, actually, I'm only missing one thing. So, let me find something, and I'll be right back. Alright, so I am back, and what I ended up doing was just on the last page making another little corner tuck. So, the pages for now are good, with the exception of these little paper ribbons that I made that we can just randomly stick somewhere. I know I do like to do the coordinating paper for the side that the big sheet is on. So let's glue this down. And I may or may not put some buttons. I haven't decided just yet. And we're not going to decide that right now. We're just going to put the ribbons in for now. So let's put that right there. And then the last thing we have to do after the ribbons is sew it together. So I already have my string that we're going to use to sew. Okay. Let's see. How about we do the other green one here. And then we'll have to find a place for the brown ribbons because that paper isn't in here. Or it's the one that's on the front cover, I think. I'm not sure, actually. So we'll find another place to put it. How about if we, let's see, right here and then on the other side. What's on the other side? Perfect. All right. I'll put them here. Plenty of glue. We don't want them falling off. Okay, and this one will be on that side. And of course, you know, I may go through and embellish it more. Because sometimes you never know with a junk journal when you're actually finished. Because you can walk through it and say, you know what, I really would like a, you know, this here or that there. So, it's a nice thing about junk journals, you can always add. Alright, so when I do the sewing, this is what I do. I take the cover, line up the pages, make sure it's even or close to even as can be, and then I'll just take a small little binder clip and I'll clip one side, and just gonna grab another one and then clip the other side, just making sure I'm not ruining everything. And some people measure, some people don't. I do measure because I don't know why. I just like to measure. And where is my Sharpie? Well, we need this, but we need the Sharpie. Okay. So what I do with it, this is the Tim Holtz ruler that shows you where the middle is. And I try to find the middle. So let's see, about 2 1/8 is the middle. So I'll put a dot there, and then I usually like to have it halfway between here and there, which is going to be, let's do 1 1/4, and then 1 1/4 on this side. All right, so now we just got to punch the holes. I always kind of feel like a doctor every time I do this, like getting ready for somebody's shot. All right, and we'll just push that through. There we go, right in the middle. And I kind of wiggle it a little just to open up the hole, so that way when the needle goes through, it doesn't have trouble. And yep, perfect. Stick that through, open that up. And the last hole. All right, so what I do is just the regular 3 pamphlet stitch. I like to go in through the inside, and then you go to the top hole, and see when you make the holes a little bit bigger, it's so much easier for the needle to go through. Oh, I don't think I want this much. There we go. Maybe even a little bit less, but I can fix that. And then back up through this, and then see when it comes up how this string is on this side of the string, and then I want to put this one on this side. And I know I just didn't explain that correctly, but alright, so we have the string in the middle, and we have one on each side, so that way it holds everything. And you know what, I think, no, that's fine, I just need my scissors. And what I do to tie it up, just pull it a little bit hard, and then I go on the other side and just check to make sure that it's pretty tight, so it's not loose. And then I do 1 knot just to secure it in, and then I do those double knots, like, so you put it through once, and then you put it through one more time, and then you pull it once. And then I do it again. Okay. And you know what? How about we do it one more time for good luck? A good luck knot. Alright, and then I'll just chop it. and then have the little tails hanging. All right, so let's take a little look-see-poo and see how it is. All right, so let's tie it up from the beginning. Like this is just a walkthrough. All right, so, oh, and I forgot, I still have to make some stuff to go in the front pocket. We won't worry about that for now. All right, looks good to me. Cute little journal. And let's go on the inside and just see how it is. Oh, you know what I think I might want to do? I might want to put a little pocket down here for some little tucks. I think I might add that. So, and then I have to add all the tags and stuff. So what I'll do, we'll do a quick little flip through here. We'll end the video, and then I'm going to make all the stuff to go inside. And in another video, I'll do a final walkthrough. And then after the final walkthrough, I will list it in my Etsy. So I'm not even going to really do a walkthrough right now. I'll wait until everything is embellished on the inside. But I think that this is such a cute little journal. Like, it's really stinking cute. And the nice thing, it's still, you know, it's not so small that it's not really usable, because you can absolutely write notes here, journal, tuck little pictures inside, little memorabilia, and then it could even go in like a purse because it's so small, and you can take it wherever you want. So yeah. So I will go fill this with goodies, and then in another video, or in the next video I should say, come back and do a final walkthrough, and then after that I will put this baby in my Etsy. So thanks so much for taking this little creative journey with me as we create this little junk journal. I hope it wasn't too long. I'm looking at the timer right now as I stand up, and it is a tad bit long, but I hope that you took away some ideas of how easy it is and how fun it is to create junk journals. This is something I just absolutely love, and you know, I hope you guys do too, and I hope you liked what we did here. So I will see you in the next video for the final walkthrough. Thanks for taking the time and creating this junk journal with me. I'll see you next time. Bye.